Isn't this life so amazing sometimes, my gorgeous Aquamarini? Isn't this life so incredible sometimes? Sometimes we go through certain things, and sometimes we are struggling with certain things. Sometimes we have lots of problems, and they go on and on and on and on and on, and they seem to never stop, seriously. And it really reminds me of your situation, unfortunately, my gorgeous Aquamarini, and everything you have actually been through so far, and you are still going through certain things. And I really need you to be really, really strong at this stage of your life. And I did mention this in my previous readings as well, because what is going to take place and what is going to happen, it's really going to surprise you in the best possible way. So I started this reading with the fact that, sometimes certain things go on and on and on. Oh my God, they drain our energy completely when it comes to the certain problems in our lives, okay? And it's to do with you, my gorgeous Aquamarini. Now you have been waiting for something really, really specific. You have been waiting for a specific information. You have been waiting for the specific news, and this has taken slightly longer than what it actually should. So the really brilliant thing when it comes to this week is, oh my God, you're gonna be blown away. Not only you're gonna have an amazing news, not only something is finally gonna start moving on, this difficult problem that you've been dealing with that made you feel a little bit stuck. It's to do with your life, it's to do with your plans for the future, and things that you work for, things that you are focusing for, and all these things. So this is what you need to understand, that now at the beginning of this week you are going to have this information and message, and this is literally gonna blow you away, because it's to do with a really, really good news. And now this in itself is going to be a green light. On one hand, this is to do with an important clarity. It's going to answer a huge question, whether you're doing the right thing or not. Because when you started something like not that long ago, something new, a new path, new beginning, new stage, you were so keen and eager and you were so excited. But of course, in between, the certain things have taken a very, very long time. And this is why you must be very strong, because the reason why certain things have taken such a long time when it comes to this specific plan of yours, and you know what am I talking about, only because there were like devilish people that you had to deal with along the way. And sadly, these dark, nasty, and devilish people were and are people in your life. I'm not saying everybody, come on. I'm not saying every single person is horrible, dark, and negative, but it's to do with a few specific creatures in your life who cannot see anything else but the actual money. Very, very sad. Terribly sad. You know why? Because you are completely different. You are completely different to these people. And I'm talking about the people, one of the major people in your life. I mentioned them so many times, that have been creating so many problems to you, for so long. All what they care about is money, money, and money. It's very, very sad. And then on another hand, you're such a wonderful person. You're so open-minded. You're so gorgeous. You're full of love. You're full of emotions, you're a positive spirit, you're a happy spirit. You helped these people on several occasions throughout your life. And all when you go back was like a slap in the face. And now, baby, as the time goes by, the masks have fallen, and what's behind it's vile worms. Dark worms, and this is why you need to be strong. It is this specific role which you have, my gorgeous Aquamarini, on this earth. You are powerful, you're different, you're an empath, and you're a very positive and beautiful person, but sometimes that comes with a certain responsibilities. I know it's very difficult to explain, but it's to do with your personal evolution, what your job job on this earth is, and the reason why you are, or why are you, different to other people. Use this as an advantage, not as something really bad, if you know what I mean. This is very, very important in so many different ways. But the bottom line is that is to do with the specific plan, my gorgeous Aquamarini, you had for a while, you had for ages, but now this has been slowed down because you're waiting for the certain information. But in the meantime, when it comes to that particular news and information that you've been waiting for, of course that something had to happen. Something happened to the messenger, but the messenger is going to be absolutely fine. The bottom line is the beginning of this week is bringing an important message, what you've been waiting for, what you've been longing for, my gorgeous Aquamarini. This message is going to be a green light. It's not only a green light like, okay baby, it's time to go baby, time to carry on with your plans. Time to carry on with your plans, but it's to do with the one specific very, very important plan here that was slowed down because of these creatures from the darkness who emerged and tried to take things that they should never take from you. So you have to remain strong. And it's even not about money, it's just about the principles of things. These people are, I'm talking about certain people who are really, really horrible in so many different ways, So the bottom line is, sorry, I can on and on and on, and I'm sorry, but the bottom line is that, it's going to be incredible news coming from someone important, coming from someone official type of thing even, but it's connected to that particular plan. So this is a huge clarity which you're gonna have, and this is gonna put you in such a good mood because you will know that now you can carry on with these plans which are so important to you, my goodness, my gorgeous Aquamarini. But at the same time, you need to understand that there are also going to be like a major spiritual changes which are going to be unfolding, and this is going to give you a chance to do what you want to do. It's because on the 11th of March in particular, you're going to have such a at the beginning of this week, the first day, you're going to have such a beautiful spiritual experience. My God, so beautiful. And you will realize this spiritual experience is going to make you aware of the fact, why are you so different to so many other people? But there is something that is going to happen, when it comes to that spiritual experience, literally spiritual, gorgeous, beautiful experience. But at the same time, you will realize, something is going to come to the surface that you're not doing in terms of spirituality, and you should be doing because you're extremely spiritual. So there is going to be some kind of idea which you're going to have on the 11th of March in terms of your own spirituality, what is actually missing in your life. No matter what this is, my goodness, you should do this. You should do this. You should take this very, very seriously, because in about 5 or 6 weeks time, down on the line, you are going to go through a very, very interesting situation in life, and you're going to need to make an important decision. And believe me or not, this is going to have so much to do with the decision that you're going to make later on. And this is going to be here like this. And it's all going to start making sense. So this is why this is going to be so important. Something is going to happen on the 11th of March connected to that particular situation, which is going to really open your mind so beautifully. And you're going to start seeing things in a completely different light. And listen, it couldn't have happened at a better time of your life. Oh my God. And also, when it comes to the 17th of March, before I forget, I guess, when it comes to the 17th of March, then somebody very beautiful, somebody gorgeous, somebody really important in your life, somebody who means to you so much, somebody who you really get on with, is going to suggest something very, very important to you. It's going to suggest something very, very important to you, my gorgeous Aquamarini, something that you need to pay attention to, and something that you could have missed out on And it's really important, and it's to do with something very, very personal to you, a very personal problem, an issue you do not like to talk about to other people, just to really specific people in your life. So this is coming from somebody who is very close to you, and I am a keep on seeing person like this in your horoscope. I know I've said this before, but because I'm keep on seeing this somebody like really good, who you get on with, who you get so much out of, in terms of everything when it comes to this life in general, somebody very spiritual and knowledgeable as well. Anyway, I think that I'm going to kind of start this reading at some point. I suppose I started this reading, but I still didn't kind of start. Whatever. Even Samantha is laughing. Yeah, so now my gorgeous Aquamarini, now, at the beginning of this week, you are going to have a really nice experience. I'm not talking about this spiritual experience, which I've just mentioned, but there is going to be a really beautiful situation that you're going to be part of. Something is going to happen. It's going to surprise you, and you're going to have a really, really beautiful experience, a really nice experience. And this is more about you having a positive experience, lots of fun, lots of fun and optimism. Something is going to make you feel really, really happy, but also, most importantly, baby, something is also going to make you feel extremely, extremely confident. Extremely confident about something really, really specific here, and your eyes are gonna be open, and you are gonna get here, you will get exactly what you want. This in itself, as I said, it's going to open your eyes, but at the same time, my gorgeous Aquamarini, you're going to have a new idea here, new idea connected to the new plan. Okay, and this new idea, connected to the new plan, it's also going to pretty much so gonna show how able you are, how powerful you are. But most importantly, this new idea, these new plans, connected to new plans, it's also gonna lead to, this is something that you should focus on 100%. You should focus on this no matter what's going on in your life, okay? It doesn't really matter. You should focus on. But this is going to lead towards your own breakthrough, my gorgeous Aquamarini. And also, when it comes to that particular idea which you're going to have, somehow there is a mature male person gonna be connected to it. A smart, mature male person is going to be connected to it. Somebody very successful, very mature, somebody who is taking risk every now and then. Somebody who is taking risks every now and then, and also somebody who's very kind of successful, but at the same time quite spiritual as well. Some mature male person who is very unusual to people who don't understand that person, but very loved by those who understand him. Lots of people look up to this type of person. But anyway, so somehow that particular person is going to be connected to this new idea, a new plan, which you are going to have. This in itself is going to be connected to this compromise which you are going to need to make. And this is where the problem, not a problem, but this is what's going to be oh my God, because it's to do. I know I've seen the compromise in the last week's video as well. I know I've seen the compromise in the last week's video, but this compromise is completely different thing to what I said in the last week video, yeah? Would you get me? Would you get me? So this in itself, this new idea and new plan which you're going to have, it's going to be connected to this a compromise that you're going to need to make. But this compromise, you're going to need to make a compromise, but the problem is that you're going to need to make compromise with one of them bastards, one of those people, one of those dark people from the darkness, you know what I mean? It's to do with somebody whom you had a lack of communication with, but it's to do with one of the creatures. But you need to be strong, you need to be smart, and you need to be clever. You are extremely intelligent, my gorgeous Aquamarini. Use this to your advantage, okay? And this is the time when to use it, okay? So now you are going to have a compromise. You know, you're going to become aware of the fact that you're going to need to make a compromise. But then again, the problem is that it's going to be one of them who you had a lack of communication with. So now you are literally going to, but then again, you're going to be reminded of that idea, and then that idea and this new idea and new plans, you know, these new plans that you're going to become aware of. This is something that you are instantly going to be reminded, and this is really going to kind of push you forward. Oh, I don't care, I'm just going to do this. Exactly. Smile on your face, put like about 1 kilo of black tourmaline in your pockets, put like 10 kilos of salt around you. Protect yourself. No, I'm just joking. Like, then this is gonna pretty much so you're gonna realize that there is so much more to it. It's not only about talking to one person, maybe it's talking to 2 people, and then you're gonna realize, oh God, I'm gonna need to face my fears, you know. But then again, you are gonna make a pretty much so an important decision here, and that's exactly what you're gonna do. It's ever so important to face your fears. I'm not saying that you're scared of this person, I'm not saying that you're scared of these people, but I think it's more about the situation, about an unknown situation, because all this is going to happen kind of spontaneously, and now you're really going to surprise yourself how driven you're going to be. So you just have to follow that energy, that vibration. By following this energy and vibration, you will be able to stay on top of things. So I'm not saying that you're scared of one person or few people, but it's more about the whole situation, you know. Bless your heart, you're like full of light and love, and they're like complete opposites. So, you know, of course it can be like kind of really scary for you when like certain people are persistently or have been persistently intimidating in your life. Sometimes it's all right, you can just like, oh yeah, whatever, shush, shut up. But sometimes it's just not so easy. If you don't feel okay, if you're drained, if you're tired, then you can become like a little bit paranoid around creatures like this, and you don't want too much of that in your life. So all this is gonna be on your mind, all this is gonna kind of keep on driving you forward. You know, it's very, very important indeed. So you are going to face your here, which is absolutely brilliant. And for us as humans, it's ever so important to keep on facing our fears. The more we face our fears, the more we're going to progress in life. We can do anything we want. You know, the power of us being positive can, oh my God, can move the mountains, but also the same, the power of us being negative and paranoid can do like completely opposite in a bad way, you know, when it comes to having a negative effect and impact on our lives. So this is why this is so important. This is going to make you feel, this is bringing a wonderful balance into your life. You will do what you want to do. So hallelujah that you're going to start drifting towards calmer waters here, because this is bringing an important balance into your life. You're going to become more flexible, and you're also gonna like kind of take control back over those things that are making you feel happy, optimistic, and excited, you know. So this is why this is gonna be so important. Just remember, not only you're gonna become more flexible, not only you're gonna do the right thing, not only you're gonna become so happy, not only everything is gonna start making sense, but at the same time, you are really kind of starting the process of healing. Why? Because now you are moving on. Now you're moving forward. Now things are about to start calming down, you know. It's about healing. It's about progress. Absolutely brilliant in so many different ways. Not only that you overcame like hardship, but at the same time, this is bringing a wonderful relief into your life when it comes to you kind of moving on and escaping things that have been bothering you for so long, but also like you kind of starting this wonderful stability in your life, you know. And this is just gonna be such an important beginning of a very, very, very special and very significant journey, my gorgeous Aquamarini. You know, the end, this can mark the end of a rather challenging times where things are beautifully going to start looking up for you right now. Absolutely brilliant. brilliant indeed. There is again some kind of a journey or traveling that you are gonna kind of become aware of, that you're gonna need to make. Now this is a bit complex because there is some kind of traveling and journey that you're gonna need to make, but this is so important for you to go to again, because there is something that you're gonna find out. There is something that you're gonna find out, you know. There is something that you are going to find out, some kind of information, some kind of important information when it comes to that trip or journey, whether you go this week, whether you go next week, whether you go in 2 weeks, whether you go in 2 months time, it doesn't matter. Something important is going to happen, some kind of information you're going to become aware of, and that particular information, it's gonna make you aware of the certain documents that you're gonna need to review very, very carefully. Sorry, I know, but that's what I see. So by the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Aquamarini, just remember, you need to stand your ground. You need to stand your ground. Oh God, you need to stand your ground, my gorgeous Aquamarini, when it comes to the midweek, you know, because someone is going to be winding you up, somebody is going to be irritating you, and you need to kind of really understand that you have to kind of fight your corner, but it's more about standing up for your beliefs. So when somebody is like winding you up at around the midweek, you're almost gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna say something just to get this person off my chest. No, baby, no. No, baby, no. No, baby, no. The beauty of being honest, the beauty of being powerful, the beauty of being strong right now is not only about you being honest, but it's more about standing your ground and do not back up. Back up, back down, or do not back down, or do not back off, do not back down. Okay, so you have to stand, you have to stand up for your what you believe in. So something is going to be challenging here, but you must fight your corner. You need to stand your ground, because if you give in, no baby, no, you'll go 10 steps backwards. You have to fight your corner. I'm not saying to fight. I'm not saying to scream. I'm not saying to pull someone's hair. I'm just saying to like a stand up for your beliefs. You need to stand your ground, because if you don't, no baby, no, you will go backwards. And if you don't stand your ground, you will keep on suffering from this illusion of entrapment. You will keep on suffering from this illusion of being entrapped. Okay, and that in itself, it's like not really good. So, and also by standing your ground, my gorgeous Aquamarini, you are going to something very spontaneous. It's actually going to happen. By you standing your ground, you're gonna somehow realize that it's time to embark on a new adventure. But what this adventure is going to be about, this is when things are going to become interesting. But you're also going to become aware of an important reunion. And when you become aware of this important reunion, there is somebody who is a very emotionally intelligent going to be there, extremely emotionally intelligent, and somebody who you trust to. And that particular person really kind of likes you and really values you, for example. And that particular person is going to play a really big role here when it comes to you unlocking something very, very dark and very heavy within. Is that particular person who is going to have a magical effect and magical impact on you and on your life. You know why? Because it's to do with something that you've been struggling with and fighting with for the last 15 months, and something that you've just like really did find it like to very, very hard to let it go. So this wonderful emotionally intelligent person, it's going to have a beautiful impact on you, and that person values you. in so many different ways, and you know this. But then that person is going to have an impact on you when it comes to you releasing something that you find very, very hard to let go. But you know this, and you've been struggling with this for the last 15 months, and this has been affecting your life for so long. And you know, when we think optimistically, oh my God, we can do so much, we can do so much. But also again, when we think negatively, you know, we can like really like, oh my God, we can really damage ourselves, you know, we can really damage ourselves. We can slow ourselves down. We can stop the process of healing. We can affect our own energy levels. So this is why this is going to be so important for you indeed, to kind of identify this again and kind of to let this go. Whatever this is, whatever you find so hard to let go of, this now has started to affect your life in a really negative way indeed, okay? By the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Aquamarini, just remember, you know, this is brilliant. Here, you're going to have a really, really brilliant epiphanies, which are going to lead to magical opportunities, okay? This is important. But then at the same time, when it comes to the last part of this week, you know, you are basically going to, you're going to have a really, really good news. At the end of the week, you're going to have an amazing news, brilliant news at the end of the week, okay? And this news that you are going to have, it's like a really kind of going to open your mind, but it's also going to make you, you're going to become really willing to learn something really specific. And at that moment in time, when you're willing to learn something really, really specific, when you become aware of this good news, you need to understand that a fresh new way of living is also going to emerge with this, you know, because you are going to get the big picture here. Okay, so this good news which you are going to have, it's going to be brilliant in so many different ways. It's going to open your mind. You will want to learn something really, really passionately. Oh my God, you will really want to learn something. And at that moment in time, a fresh new way of living is about to emerge, my gorgeous Aquamarini, because you are going to get the bigger picture here. And that means that you are pretty much so, this is the time of growth, this is the time of growing, and at the same time you are going to become aware of an important commitment which you are going to need to make. Not only this commitment is going to require a stability and structure in your life, but it's going to lead towards something absolutely huge, towards a massive success. But you're going to need to understand that you will need to be patient, and by being you need to understand that you will indeed you're going to need to be patient, you know, and logic and organization will most certainly at this stage of your life increase your success, okay? You need to accept the leadership role when it comes to this, like almost immediately. And also, my gorgeous Aquamarini, you know, like it's a bit more at the end of the week. Do you know what? You will realize that you overcame like some kind of a depression here. You will realize that you overcame some kind of depression here, you know, because the moment in time you kind of become aware sorry, the moment in time sorry, sorry, the moment in time, my gorgeous Aquamarini, the moment in time you kind of become aware of the fact that there are gonna be two paths ahead right at the end of the week. Right after all this, you will realize that there are two paths ahead. Now suddenly, you know, the moment in time you kind of realize that you don't feel trapped anymore when it comes to one path. that in itself is bringing a whole unique viewpoint into your life, like when it comes to you, like pretty much so dealing at the same time with an unexpected change right here. And now you kind of feeling completely different about these two paths, which are going to be really right in front of you. It's all about a unique viewpoint which you are going to have, because you are gonna go for the different thing that you would normally go to. I repeat that something unexpected is going to happen at around the end of the week. After all this, something unexpected is going to happen, and they're going to be two different paths right in front of you, okay? And you are now suddenly going to feel very much so connected to the path that you normally wouldn't go to. Why? Because of this unique viewpoint which you are going to be showered by, which you are going to have. And this unique viewpoint, it's more about you realizing that you're not trapped anymore. This is the biggest moment of liberation you're going to have, because on one hand, it's going to allow you to make the right decision, but on another hand, it's also going to allow you to detach yourself from things that have been weighing you down, my gorgeous aquamarini, for so long. My God, this is going to feel so good. My God, this is going to feel so amazing. My God, this is going to feel so rejuvenating, because you are about to turn new leaf, my gorgeous aquamarini, which you are going to absolutely love. Okay, my gorgeous aquamarini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.